my daily supplement routine for oxalate dumping recovery and how I manage detox symptoms on a carnivore-based diet. I'm sharing with you my current supplement and support protocol as I battle with healing my body from oxalate toxicity and shedding these sharp crystals that are storing in my joints, muscles, skin, and tissues. Hey friends, welcome back to Lower Toxic Life. I'm Jackie Ulmer, and in today's video, I'm going to share my complete daily supplement routine, and it's helping me recover and manage this oxalate overload and dumping, all while I'm following a mostly carnivore lifestyle with a few strategic low oxalate foods. Now, my video right here talks a little bit about my oxalate dumping struggle. So be sure you watch that after this so that you're kind of aware of what's going on, because it might describe some of the things that you are also currently experiencing, or you might experience if you are easing yourself into or jump too hardcore into carnivore. If you're experiencing fatigue, sore muscles, bladder and elimination, urgency and pain, or gut issues while lowering your oxalates, you're not alone. And this plan that I'm going to share with you has made a huge difference in how I feel. So let's dive in. All right, so I'm going to list for you the supplements that I take daily and why I take them. Now, please note, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I'm simply sharing with you what I take after a lot of research, reading Toxic Superfoods, also reading the data companion that Sally K. Norton has published as well, and exploring for myself, do testing and trying and tracking and researching, having my labs and my blood work done, and monitoring really and truly my own body. My goal is to eventually wean off of most of these items, these supplements that I'm taking. So if it sounds like a lot, don't let that bog you down. Sometimes you have to take drastic action to get the results that you want. So first up is magnesium. I take magnesium and I split it up. I take magnesium malate in the morning for energy, and then I take magnesium glycinate in the evening for calm and sleep. This helps regulate my nervous system, my muscles, and it supports the detoxification of these oxalate crystals coming out of my body. Next up, a B complex vitamin. I'm looking specifically for B6 or P5P as it's known, and some of the other B vitamins. And this is critical for converting oxalates into glycine instead of the harmful forms and the crystals. So what I'm looking to do is truly dissolve what's already stored in my body, and I'm using these supplements to do that. So I take around 25 to 50 milligrams per day with this B complex, and I do take it with food. Then I have taurine, a powerhouse. This helps with bile flow and liver support and calming the nervous system. I take 500 to 1,000 milligrams of this at night. And then there's NAG, or N-acetylglucosamine. This helps to heal the bladder and my gut lining. And this is crucial if oxalates are irritating the tissues, primarily in your bladder and your elimination system. And that has been probably my most stressful, most painful part of this oxalate shedding. I take 500 milligrams midday or at night. And I typically do tend to take mine at night. Once my body is done processing food, I take it at night so that it's in there going to work as I sleep. But I'm listing different types because you're going to have to figure out what works for you. I'm just sharing with you what I take, and then I'm going to show you the structure of how I take it. Calcium is important too. I take 250 milligrams with any meal that contains oxalate. So that means if I'm low dosing my oxalates, maybe I'm having a half a cup of cauliflower with my meal, or a half a cup of blueberries or something like that. I want to make sure that I am supporting that food choice with calcium, because it helps it bind to the calcium binds to the oxalate in the gut, and it helps prevent reabsorption into my bloodstream and my tissues and muscles. Zinc and vitamin D3 with K2. Those are two other items that I take. Most Americans and others around the globe are deficient in these minerals and vitamins. Even me living in Scottsdale, where I'm out in the sun a lot, I still take some vitamin D because of all the other environmental toxins that are around us that leach these minerals and vitamins and supplements out of our system. And then, of course, potassium and lemon juice are part of my hydration routine. I drink lemon water with a pinch of sea salt twice a day and potassium. I juice 2 lemons every day. One I have in the morning, one I have in the evening, and sometimes I mix it up a little and I'll put it in my water throughout the day and have lemon water. Again, the lemon juice and I use pure lemons. I don't want to buy any reconstituted lemon juice or anything like that. I actually juice the lemons and then I put them in my water, and those are again designed to dissolve the oxalate crystals within my system. And then I also want to do some thyroid and iodine support. So I take 3 drops of Lugel's iodine, which is 3 milligrams, and then 2 to 4 drops of Mary Ruth iodine, which is 250 to 500 mcgs. This helps my energy, my metabolism, and then again is helping support that detox. But it's important to take selenium. I take 200 mcgs alongside to protect the thyroid. And I will tell you, I don't take a selenium supplement product. I eat 2 Brazil nuts. 2 Brazil nuts that I have soaked. I soak them and then I let them all dry out, and 2 a day I will take when I take my iodine. Okay, so now let's talk about how I time everything. So in the morning, I do my lemon water with potassium. I also add in my magnesium malate. And then I've already taken my iodine drops before I start all this. I start the day with the iodine drops, and then I take my lemon water with the potassium, magnesium malate. And then right after I eat breakfast, I will take my B complex and I will have vitamin D3 and K2. Those are morning. And then midday, again, I will consume calcium with any oxalate foods that I'm eating. And then if I'm having really painful bladder and gut symptoms, then I will take some of the NAG. Otherwise, I take that at night. Again, I'm sharing with you my protocol. You'll have to figure out what works best for you. And most of this I got from Sally Kay Norton's Toxic Superfoods and a Facebook group that I'm a part of that is trying low oxalates. Okay, and then in the evening, I do my lemon water again. I just do, I squeeze 1 lemon and then I add a little bit of water with it. I drink it through a straw to protect my teeth. And then I will add in that NAG for my bladder support because I like to take that at night. I take all of this in the evening shortly before I go to bed. I add in the magnesium glycinate, and that's when I also take my taurine and my zinc. Again, some of that I just want that to begin to assimilate into my body at night before I begin to sleep. And then I also add in D-mannose for more bladder support. I didn't mention that in the very beginning part of this, but it's here on my slide, and that's something that I take. And then I also use black tea to calm my oxalate dumping symptoms in the afternoon. If I find that I kind of have restless syndrome, or my joints feel super inflamed, or my brain fog kind of kicks back in, although I'm happy to say I've mostly released that. But I can always tell when my nervous system is jumpy due to oxalate dumping. And that's when I'll have about 8 to 12 ounces in the early afternoon. I don't want it to mess with my sleep, but I'll have 8 to 12 ounces in the early afternoon by itself, just to begin to calm those symptoms. Now I say by itself, but I always add in a teaspoon of MCT oil because I like the fat that provides while I am drinking that. It's just a little extra way to get fat. So this again is all part of my bigger strategy. My goal is to reduce the oxalates gradually, not all at once, because as I've shared in my video, that threw me into a major spin cycle of oxalate overload and my body trying to dump all of that. So it's all part of a big strategy, reducing the oxalates, supporting my body's detox and drainage pathways, and then staying calm and nourished during the process. I do like to add, as part of the detox, one of the things that I do is I have my vibration plate, which I use, which does lymphatic drainage, and I can feel I really do feel like it begins to help detox and support that. And then I have my little mini trampoline, my little mini rebounder that I use as well. So hopefully this has helped you. If you're going through this too, I hope that this gave you ideas and some encouragement. Healing from this oxalate overload takes time, but it's absolutely possible. And I want to assure you that it's helping me. It can work for you with the right support. Again, you have to test and try for yourself what's going to work for you. So again, watch my video right here on the mistake I made with regard to oxalates and jumping in too quickly with the carnivore way of eating without slowly removing the oxalates. Let me know in the comments if you'd like a printable version of this plan that I'm using. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you found this helpful. Thanks for watching Lower Toxic Life, where we create a more intentional, lower toxin lifestyle, especially for women over 50.